Be honest, who do you call when you are at your lowest? Who is that one person?
Nobody. I'm a man. No one cares.
That's exactly right. Nobody cares if you're a man when you're at your lowest. In fact, you should not be telling your problems to anyone. Here's the thing. If you're a man, basically, here's the expression. 80% of people will not give a damn and 20% will be glad you have problems. So we're not sharing our problems with anyone. You have to deal with your problems on your own as a man, unfortunately. That's just how the world works. It is not an easy life for men, I'm afraid. You're such a lady of the night for having an OF page. How much did you make per month? I don't know, like 5 grand? I made that much last night.
That's how you fix that.
So, again, the idea is this. Women play the game on easy mode, right? So because women play the game on easy mode, a girl could sell feet pictures on OF or whatever, and she could make thousands of dollars per day, right? But here's the problem. The problem is that if a girl does that, she gives up her ability to have a family, to have children, to have a good life in the future. So she's trading the $1 million that she's been given at birth for fast monetary gains. Now, of course, if you as a girl, if you're not interested in having children, you want to, start a business or whatever and have a ton of money and just live your single life alone with cats and boxed wine, but be rich, I mean, that is the way to go, right? But if you want to have a happy life, which is, again, women tend to find happiness by having children, by having families, by spending time with people they love. If you want to have that, then you definitely don't want to be doing the lady of the night stuff.
I got a big fat ass.
Okay. So these girls are just like, oh, I see. Yeah, it's just like girls dancing around on TikTok for attention, right? Like, again, this is the rockstar phase, age 18 to 23. So if a girl's in the rockstar phase, what's going to happen is she's going to, have her maximum agency and try to attract as much attention as possible. And the reason why she's trying to attract this much attention is, evolutionary speaking, is because she's trying to attract a mate, right? And so what girls are doing nowadays is they're attracting just 1 million mates, right? And they're not actually marrying or having children with any of them. They wait until the party has stopped to make that decision. And when the party's stopped, well, the guys that the girls are able to attract is almost nobody, right? Because all of the good options, all of the good men have already gone. They're in the youth where they left them. Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you agree or disagree with my commentary, that's what the comment section is for. Please leave a comment. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. You can find it at patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just subscribe to any tier. Any support is appreciated. All right, let's continue.
Understand that if your girl looks any good at all, she is getting hit on and approached over and over again each and every day.
That's right.
For that reason, if you are considering a serious relationship with a female in modern times, in the social media era especially, you would have to be a fool not to have at least 2 other women who you're dealing with. That's right. Successful coaches have starters, but they also have a bench. I'm going to say that again. Successful coaches have starters, but they also have a bench.
Yeah, this is one of the things that I recommend on my channel as well. Basically, okay, so here's the thing. You could do this. You could have a serious relationship, right? And you could have other girls you're talking to. Or you could be sleeping with other girls, whatever. basically your girl needs to know that you have other options, because women only want to be with men that other women want. So if she's under the impression that, you know, you're sleeping with other girls, that you have the ability to do so, and you have the ability to replace her, she's not going to take you for granted and just, you know, branch swing to another guy. If she feels that she's the only girl that you have, and that she's the only girl you're ever going to have, well, then she's going to see you as less valuable than some random guy, and she's going to jump. And yeah, he's absolutely right. Women are approached every single day. And here's the thing, and this is why one of the relationship rules is that the girl's not allowed to have a social media where she's advertising herself to 1 million men. The reason is because that makes the girl much more likely to cheat, right? Again, social media is basically like allowing your girl to go to the club, right? If she has lots of pictures, you know, like you saw a few videos ago where we have the TikTok with the girls dancing. If your girlfriend is doing that, she's not your girl. She's advertising herself to everybody. So she's everybody's girl. So as a result, you're not in a serious relationship. You just think you are. So she's using you, right? So that's just the way that the modern world works.
You need to understand that
Guys are always like, oh my god, your hair is so nice. Oh my god, your hair is so long. Pull it then. Don't be shy, pull it then. It's already up in a ponytail. I put it up for you. Pull it then.
I don't understand. Oh, is she saying that because her hair is she implying that her hair is fake? Like she's wearing extensions? Anyway. Also, when she's saying your hair is so nice, your hair is so long, what she's actually implying is that guys are coming up to her every day and complimenting her and basically trying to sleep with her, right? That is exactly what the guy in the previous TikTok was referring to, right? So there you go. Okay, let's continue.
You're so gorgeous and funny. I think you deserve the world. Can you just let me take you out sometime? Ew! You think I...
Exactly. So... That is literally how girls react to nice guys. Girls do not like nice guys at all. So if you're being one of those guys, oh my god, you're so pretty, oh my god, you're so nice, can I please take you out? Can I please? Yeah, it's not going to work out. You need to be the guy that has multiple options, and you're like, we're not out here supplicating to girls and putting them on pedestals. Men are the prize. So again, girls are getting approached every single day, right? But guys are the prize, because we are the ones that maintain relationships, right? We are the ones that provide the safety, the security, the protection, the provisioning, right? So again, if the girls want to be strong and independent and do it all themselves, cool, they can be alone with cats and boxed wine. But if they want to be with you, then they're going to have to follow your rules and be on your program. So it goes.
I deserve the world? You want to take care of me? Is there something wrong with you? Are you okay? You're low-key ugly, clingy as f***. I honestly don't even like your personality that much. You're not even hot. But like, I just want to use you for your body.
Literally.
Wait, why do I like him so much? There's just something different about him. I'm kind of digging it. Wait.
Yeah, this girl is describing 2022 dating, like, in a nutshell, right? Like, this is what girls are like, right? They fall in love with anxiety. So again, like, if you want to get a girl, like, here's what you do. You leave her on red. You don't text all the time. You have your own life. You do your own thing. You have multiple girls. That kind of thing. You're really good in bed, so she knows that you can provide that service to multiple girls, and then she's never going to leave. She's gonna call you the worst man in the world. She's gonna call you mean. She's gonna call you rude. But it doesn't matter, because like, this is the guy that girls choose, and not only one girl, all girls choose guys like that. So again, this is where our culture has gone, right? And I mean, the genie's out of the bottle. We're not going back. So you're going to adapt, you're going to be destroyed. That's how the modern world works. 2022 is not about being chivalrous, not about being nice, not about putting girls on pedestals. It's about chasing excellence, and then once you have excellence, then it's about wielding your multiple options, right? I mean, you don't necessarily even have to sleep with multiple girls, to be honest. Your girl just has to be under the impression that you are or that you can, and it'll have the same effect.
Like, I want him so bad.
And who's that? Oh, it's
Me
Mr.
after being on something with her for 5+ hours, comforting her about her A-word boyfriend. Literally. So this is what girls do, right? So they have a boyfriend who's one of these chads, one of these mean guys that they say is mean. And then they have one of their orbiters to talk to for hours on end about how the guy is terrible. But they never leave him because he's not boring. And not only is he not boring, he has multiple options. So why would you ever leave a guy with multiple options who's not boring? Okay, guys like their life to be a still pond, right? Girls like their life to be up and down emotionally. So some girls will actively create problems just so that they can cycle their emotions. And other girls, they just go with guys that, make their emotions cycle and then complain about them, but never leave. So again, you can choose to be the guy who's, her shoulder to cry on, or you can choose to be the guy who she complains about. These are your two choices. All right, let's go to the article here. How to become a man. How to become a man. The benefits of fighting for men. Men want to know how to become men. We've not had rituals to bring men into manhood for a long time. Nowadays, womanism wants to trick men into believing that the only way to be a man is to be subsumed by feminine goals. Obviously, we have to avoid this. Let me talk about masculinity and what being a real man is actually about, okay? So, number one, men are born with no inherent value. Men, you must understand that you're born with nothing. Men must become in order to be successful. This starkly contrasts with women. Since women are the progenitors of the human race, their value lies in their ability to carry offspring. They have inherent value in the feminine ability to have children and carry them to term. And the reason why, it takes two to tango, right? So why wouldn't this be valuable for men? The reason is because sperm is cheap. Because one man can impregnate like 50 girls at the same time, right? So because of that, women's ability to reproduce is more valuable than men's. That's just how it goes. And it's not only in humans, that's in basically all mammals, right? So that's just the way it works, right? Being a man is about suffering. So being a real man is about suffering. It's about bearing the burden of the world and learning to master it. Masculinity is about the journey from having no value to the pinnacle of existence. In many ways, masculinity is typified by the classic hero's journey. And if you've never read like a book with the hero's journey story, just read The Hobbit, which is called There and Back Again, right? There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins, right? So the idea is he starts off with nothing. He's just a regular old farmer guy, hobbit, goes off and does all these crazy things, comes back and he's rich and respected and loved and adored and etc. That's literally the hero's journey. So look up The Hobbit. It's a classic book. It reads really well and you can read it in a day. In the journey of the hero, which is the basis for much of mankind's mythology, so not just The Hobbit, but many stories, the young hero sets out on his own and has to conquer obstacles in order to succeed. Slaying the dragon to get the princess. Like, literally, that is man's life. But the dragon that the man has to slay is life itself. The harshness, the difficulties of life. That's why reading books is so good for men. And don't read these modern books. Read older books from like 1800 and before, because those books had real men. For example, another great book for you to read would be Treasure Island. Again, reads very easily, but it has real men and real adventure. Like, you can learn something about masculinity by reading that book, as opposed to modern womanist garbage, right? All right. So it literally, these stories directly parallel a man's life progression from a weak and useless, helpless child to a semi-competent young adult, and finally into a full adult who is a master of his environment and his family. Much suffering goes into acquiring this value. And as a man, you are what you earn. Men are valued directly on what they earn and what they provide. This can be as simple as the income they bring in, but as complicated as the community around and what he provides and what he brings to the community. You're valuable directly based on this. And this applies to your relationships with women, but also your relationship to the world in general. Men have to face the harsh reality that unless they're bringing value to the world, they are worth nothing. Men are literally considered status objects by women. And this will not change through pretty words. It doesn't matter what womanism says. It doesn't matter what XQC says. It doesn't matter what Hassan says. Men are valuable. The mastering of the world. What men need to understand is that men are extremely valuable. The masculine struggle for bringing value to the world is the exact reason why we have Western society, or in fact any society at all. And here's the thing, guys. We see these TikToks where these girls are complaining about how the world is so terrible for them, right? But literally every single comfort that you can see in the frame of their video has been created by men. That they're able to complain like this and not have to work the field or, you know, get the milk from the cow is because of men making their lives easy, right? So men struggle and fight in order to master their environment so that they can have value. As a side benefit, the world has improved in countless ways. Every possible comfort that we can think of has been achieved because some man somewhere wanted to be valuable and so brought value to the world. And why do men want to be valuable? Because they want to get laid, right? So when these girls in their videos say that their pea sleeve runs the world, I mean, it's not so far from the truth, to be honest. Men cannot be removed from society or pushed aside by society. Men are society. Without strong men, society would crumble extremely quickly. Look at the modern world and how quickly it's crumbling. There's a reason for that. It's not by accident. It's because men have been demasculinized, and now the control that we have had over the environment is crumbling. It's literally directly correlated. All right, back to the videos here.
When I lose weight, it's over for you bitches. I'm telling you, when I lose weight,
oh God,
it's over for you bitches. When I lose weight, it's over for you bitches.
So again, what this is implying, right? What this is talking about is the idea that women know that their body is their greatest agency, their looks, right? But here's the problem. When girls get fat in their youth, when they get fat when they're young, the result is that they waste away their prime fertility years. And because they waste away their prime fertility years, the girls lose attractiveness. And they lose the maximum attractiveness they could have had over their whole lifespan. So again, when we have the fat acceptance movement that tells women that they're beautiful at any size, what it's actually doing is it's making women, by extension, alone and miserable with cats and boxed wine. Because these women waste away their youth on being fat, and then they don't have the ability to get the men they want. And then when they're old, and even if they've lost weight, those guys that they could have had, they can't have anymore because men want women who are fit and young, right? So it's tough.
But y'all can relax, because I'm not losing weight right now, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna get my head done though.
I just made pronoun bracelets, and I would like to explain them. This one stands for he, him, so green and blue, more masculine colors, I guess. This one stands for she, her, so pink and purple, more feminine colors. And then this one stands for they, them, and it's yellow and orange, which are like gender-neutral colors. When I wear this one, it means that I just go by they, them. When I wear these two together, it means I go by she, them. When I wear these together, it means I go by he, them. When I wear all of them, it means that I go by all pronouns. And when I wear these together, it means that I go by she, him. I'm gonna wear them all right now because I go by all pronouns right now. My pronoun, preference has changed 3 times today. This does not happen very often with me. but I'm wearing all three right now.
Okay. So again, what is the idea there? The idea is that womanism wants women to be able to rule society based on their emotions, right? And you can't rule society based on your emotions. And the reason you can't rule society based on your emotions is because society is an extension of the real world, and the real world runs on facts, data, and statistics. So if you're running things based on your emotions, you're literally destroying yourself because there's no stability, right? So you're destroying your society due to this lack of stability. So enough said. Okay, let's continue.
Turn it off.
I don't understand.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can I help you with something? Yeah. I believe you were dating my daughter for a little bit. What? Yeah. You were dating her and then you called the police on her? Yes, I absolutely did. She showed up at my house at 2 o'clock in the morning and I didn't tell her where I lived. You men are so dumb. You just don't understand passion anymore. You know that? Passion? That's stalker level You know that, right? No. She legit fell in love with you and that's passion, okay? She just wanted to let you know how much she cared about you. I'm sensing that the apple didn't fall too far from the tree, huh? No, you. You mess with my baby, now you got mama bear all over you, okay?
Okay. Yeah, so this is a common trend, right? Basically, you ruin the women of society, right? There's no man in the house. There's no boundaries in the house. Because there's no boundaries, the kids grow up like weeds. And because the kids grow up like weeds, well, guess what? Because the kids have grown up like weeds, they then ruin all the people around. And it has a cascading effect where everybody ruins everybody and society crumbles. That's literally 2022 in a nutshell. All right, let's do our fake Tinder profile. Again, these are not real. You can just Google them. That's what I did. But there's a lot to learn even from these fake Tinder profiles. That's why we're looking at them. Okay, so this is Jess 21. She's a puppy enthusiast and frozen yogurt connoisseur. She's flying the flag for Ireland in Dallas. Okay, sure. She's outdoorsy in the sense that she likes to get drunk on patios. So again, notice, 21 years old, what is she doing? Is she looking for a husband? No. Is she looking for a boyfriend? No. What's she looking to do? She's looking to get drunk on patios. You see? So what is she going to do? She's going to go to the bar, which is just a meat market, right? Get drunk, which lowers your inhibitions, and then have foreign exotic men hit on her, whether she has a boyfriend or not. That's the idea. That's the plan. So again, this is what the girls in 2022 are doing. They're just wasting their time. So 21 years old, they're wasting their prime youth and fertility on getting drunk, you know, on sleeping around, on becoming the town bicycle, etc. And what happens as a result of this is they destroy themselves and all future relationships because they end up alpha widowed, they end up sad, they end up alone, and then they buy cats and boxed wine. And then they blame the men. Where have all the good men gone? Okay, back to the video.
Better get right with your God real quick. Oh, are you threatening me? No. Just get right with your God, because you're going to need to ask forgiveness. Forgiveness for what? You're both insane. Get right with your God. You keep saying that. I don't know what that means. It just you're solidifying the fact that you're crazy. Get right with your God. I don't know what that means. Right with your God.
I'm walking back from the park because it's actually really hot in this jacket, and a guy's catcalling me, and he's like, "How's that jacket, baby?" I was like, "It's nice, thanks." And he goes, "Are you single?" I go, "No." He goes, "Me neither. What's your number?" And I was like, "Are you for real?" He goes, "Yeah, but at least I'm honest, baby." So all I say is, "Go call your girlfriend. Go call your girlfriend," and I walk away. He's screaming at me now. You're a bitch. That's why we're not.
Okay, so here's the thing. She goes out dressed a certain way. Okay, you see how she's dressed? And then she complains when she gets attention for being dressed in a way that attracts attention. The same thing applies to girls on online dating. They go on online dating, they get a million matches, and they complain, all these guys, they're sending me pictures. All these guys are being so mean, so rude. When they put themselves in that situation. These girls post pictures of 3/4 or 9/10 of their body on Instagram. Then they complain that men objectify them. You see what I'm saying, guys? So you can't do stuff that has the result of having negative effects and then complain when those negative effects happen. So for example, that would be like me walking on like wet rocks near a waterfall with a drop on the side, and then I wake up at the pearly gates and I complain that I just died. Well, I mean, you were literally doing the riskiest possible behavior. What did you think was going to happen? So again, you need to think about how you're presenting to the world. If you don't want this negative catcalling attention, then dress more conservatively. Because men are thirsty and everybody knows it. Especially loser men who, can't get any girls at all, right? And now more than ever, because girls are using all of these online platforms, and they're just choosing the top 20% of men, more men than ever are desperate, and so they're going to see that as a sign to approach you. Don't complain that you're getting approached when you're actively inviting it through your actions and behavior. Ridiculous. And I'm not saying that the men that are losers, in quotes, are actually losers. I'm saying in women's eyes, because they're in the bottom 80%, they're losers to them. I believe that men are valuable to society and are useful and should not be treated with disdain. But these girls out here in 2022, they don't care about men like that. So you have to know, right? All right. Here is the article. Again, from this womanist website. How male bedroom fun entitlement hurts everyone. Again, guys, keep in mind that it's only the top 20% of guys that are getting laid. So why does bedroom fun entitlement happen? Because we think it's normal. It's normal to overlook the female, what happens when they have bedroom fun. It's normal to judge women's bodies on appearance. It's normal for women to let guys sleep with them. It's embedded in the way promiscuous men are idolized in Bond movies, while promiscuous women get called, a bad word. Every action in our society that overvalues the bedroom fun gratification of men reinforces male bedroom fun entitlement. Okay. Here's the thing that these girls are having trouble understanding. Let me explain the lock and key analogy. So the lock and key analogy goes as follows. So men are the key and women are the lock. So a lock that can be opened by any key is a terrible lock. A key that can open many locks is a master key. It's hard for men to get laid. So when a man can get laid by many girls, it's an impressive achievement. For girls, getting laid is taking a bath and not eating too much McDonald's. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that is much easier than what men have to do. Make $100,000 a year, be 6 feet tall, have a six-pack, be a protector and provider, know how to fight, be charismatic and confident, and do you see? The list goes on and on. So, and they say that men are entitled to bedroom fun. No, they're still not. Even the most attractive guy, like even Brad Pitt, let's say. Brad Pitt gets rejected more than the average woman, okay? And he's literally an apex alpha male. So, despite his maybe belief set, whatever, okay. Where does bedroom fun entitlement show up? In intimate relationships, when one partner tries to coerce the other into bedroom fun. Yeah, partners don't do that. Again, that is not a relationship then. That is something different. So no, this is BS. At work, in the form of bedroom fun harassment. Oftentimes, when bedroom fun harassment lawsuit is covered in the media, people say things like, she invited the harassment by the way she dressed. by the way she dressed, so she shouldn't flatter herself, with little comment on the man, making her feel completely unsafe in what is supposed to be a professional setting. Yeah, nowadays you just get fired, you get cancelled. You can't do that anymore. This bedroom fun harassment stuff, it basically doesn't exist anymore in the workplace. It's been destroyed. In the last 20 years, it basically went from like happening in pretty much every workplace to happening nowhere. So this is BS. And no, we're still going to argue for you need to dress more conservatively, because if you're wearing basically 2 belts, men are going to give you a certain kind of attention. And that will be true regardless of whether you think it's bedroom fun harassment or not. Toward complete strangers, guys who touch random women in clubs, men catcalling women as they walk by. So catcalling is extremely rare. Men touching women in clubs. Okay. The club is basically a meat market. Why are you going to the club if you don't want to get touched by men? You go to the club dressed up in basically no clothes, drinking alcohol to become less inhibited in a place where there's a million horny men, and then you complain that those men are horny. Like, why are you putting yourself in such a position if you don't like that position? You see what I'm saying? And then you blame men for it. Just avoid the situation entirely. Ridiculous. Okay, we're going to end the video there, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Again, if you're new to the channel, liking the content, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you agree or disagree with my commentary, that's what the comment box is for. And if you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. Just go to patreon.com/theheliosblog. Again, subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. I would really appreciate it. Also, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to watch my video, especially till the end. That's wonderful. You guys are great, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/heliosyoutube. Rumble, bit.ly/heliosrumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/heliospodcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/heliosdonations and buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for all of your support.